This tutorial is for building a basic ACF car. Assuming you have all the tool add-ons used, and that you have basic knowledge about Wiremod, you should be good. First, you will need a base plate and 4 wheels to begin. Make extra sure that your base plate is pointing north. You check this by painting a smile on the ground and the top points of the smile point north. Once that's done, set your base plate a little bit above the ground so you have clearance to place your wheels. Then, select the Precision tool and select Move as the tool mode. Be sure that all your wheels are aligned with your base plate before you use the Precision tool on them. Once all your wheels are aligned, take the Precision tool, and using Smart Snap left-click the center side of one of your wheels. After your wheel is selected, then move it to the side corner of your base plate, then left-click again to place it. Repeat this for all your wheels for each side corner. After all your wheels are set to your satisfaction, use the same tool to pull your base plate up a bit. Do the same to the wheels so they are not touching your base plate. At this point, your car should look something like this. Now we're going to move on to adding the ACF parts. You'll need an engine. You don't need anything big, so I'm just going to pick a small i4 engine. Now we're going to grab a small straight CVT, 2 small differentials, and a small inline differential. These can all be found under the Gearbox folder in the ACF menu. When working with CVTs, make sure the torque rating of the engine is lower than the CVT's torque rating. Once you have all your parts spawned, you should put them in place as followed. I recommend disabling collisions on them so you can move them in your base plate and closer together. How I'm going to set up the differentials will give the car all-wheel drive, which I recommend, but you can easily change it to front-wheel drive, or rear-wheel drive, by just removing a differential from the front or back. At this point your car should look something like this. Now we're going to have to link all the ACF parts together, using ACF menu with right click. It's always good to double check. Now grab a chair and place it in a pretty spot. Once that's good, we're going to weld everything to the base plate besides the wheels. One thing about your base plate is that it needs to be one of the heaviest things on your car. So, get the weight tool and change the weight to be heavier than your engine. Also, be sure to save your build often, so if you lose it, or it breaks, you always have a copy to work on. Once you've made a save, grab the ball socket center tool and copy the settings that are shown. Then, left-click the wheel, then the base plate. Do this for each wheel. After that, grab the ball socket advanced tool and copy the setting shown. Once that is done, left-click the base plate and then on one of the back wheels. Do this on the other side also. Now, grab something I call a wire plate. This is where I slap all my wire junk on, such as E2 and pod controller and whatnot. Talking about wire and E2, I'll add the E2 chips in the description. Also, I'm going to let this part play itself out without commentary. We also have the set the final drive to negative in the front differential, so it runs the right direction. Also setting the final drive to 1 on the rear differential. Might as well give it a test. We need to set the wheels to spherical using the Make Spherical tool if we want the ride to be smoother. It redlines too fast, but it handles well. To fix the redline problem, we can increase the final drive on the middle differential. Now that's a lot better. It can use some brakes, and a clutch too. That was supposed to go on space, not shift. The one bad thing about the car is that it has no suspension. This is the end of the video. I hope this helped you make your first car or finished one you have been working on. If you like what you saw, support the channel by pushing the buttons, and leave a comment if you have a critique. Later.